All right.
Oh man.
Cool. Let's find some good music here. Hold on.
Oh, right, I've been unconscious.
Okay, yeah,
What?
that's a good question. What have I been doing? What was my story for being AFK for the last 2 hours?
So you were partially played a little bit. So essentially, you were on the boat when it was attacked. You were inside your bird friend. You were just kind of in your bird friend being antisocial.
Pablo.
The boat got
The
attacked.
giant bird pet.
Yeah, bird friend, birdhouse. You were in your birdhouse, and everyone was kind of on deck. And Gale was full steam ahead into essentially what looked like a strange war cloud, or a strange cloud, essentially. Um, and so you guys haven't been on this continent for a while. You didn't really know what it was. They picked the route, and kind of we were flying over the water when a bunch of essentially flaming ballista rocks were being chucked to the ship, and made contact with a few of them. A few times. Now, 2 made contact. We'll redact 1 and say that you were able to disintegrate one of them, so it caused less damage to the ship. However, the main one that caused the ship to list and essentially begin to crash down was still destroyed. So essentially, you were carrying someone down, I believe, or kind of you were assisting. Because as nets were being fired, as you guys were following,
Yeah.
I believe you ripped off the nets, and then you actually caught somebody as well to help them.
Celia.
Celia, to help them from not dying when they hit the water. Eventually, they were loosed for some reason, and they did collide into the water for a little bit, but they were able to kind of, between your reduction of their speed and things like that, you were able to kind of save them from falling. So you essentially assisted with the ship going down and everyone not dying as this kind of was happening. Celia made it to ground, and to prevent Cedar from dying, because Gale was essentially under concentrated fire while carrying Cedar across the water to cover.
Because I hit the rocks, I hit the water like a skipping stone, and I'm pretty sure that'll cause anyone to black out after a few good hits.
I'm pretty sure you did that on a natural 1, I think, if I
Yes,
remember
I
right.
did.
Yeah.
Basically, she rolled a nat 1 when she was skimming the surface of the water, caught the water, and then rolled at probably a couple hundred miles an hour because she was in a straight dive. She tried to touch and go, clipped the surface of the water, and just rolled, wings broken, like decimated.
Imagine a skipping stone, except it's a very distressed bird.
Yeah. And then so Gale grabbed her, and then Celia essentially agreed to surrender, and that gave the break of fire so that Cedar could live. And then all of you kind of rejoined her and are now kind of surrounded by a bunch of soldiers. So you guys have kind of regrouped on the water, or next to the water on the other side. And essentially what they flew into on the ship was a large storm cloud, which seemed like it was artificial, like it wasn't a naturally occurring storm, essentially, or cloud formation that was kind of charged ahead. And part of the reason why you were ambushed is because there were natural clouds above you, and then artificial clouds underneath you. So you were in this kind of like cell in between sets of clouds. So there was really only maybe 12 to 24 feet of distance that the stone had to kind of go through the cloud to hit you. So there really just wasn't a lot of time to react to them. And so then the ship went down, and you kind of are now rejoined with the group, surrounded with everybody else. Unless you wanted to try to escape on your own, because I don't want to play for you. But while Cedar was dying, Gale was skimming across the water, Celia was being surrounded and negotiating a surrender. Would you have wanted to do anything different in the time of either joining the group or trying to get away? Because you are still technically in Bird Friend. I will leave it up to you. I do not want to play for you.
Okay. 1, thank you for that. 2, let me browse some spells. Also, quick question about my destroying the basically meteor or flying rock, whatever you want to call it.
Ballista.
If I had, thank you, ballista. For some reason I remember it as a rock.
So there were two. There was trebuchets that were attacking the
Mhm.
ship, and then ballistas that were attacking you guys as you were descending. Once the ship went
Oh.
down.
Okay.
Gotcha. Heavy Shays looks so cool.
Imagine that scene where Aang was trying to breach the line on Appa, and like 40 rocks just arced and are thrown at him, and
Yeah.
Aang and he's like dodging them.
Right. But so the ballista that I disintegrated, did that mitigate ship damage or
So
person damage?
that's what I meant to say. So you disintegrated a rock. So you disintegrated the third rock. Because you were kind of, as the ship was listing, there was a third rock that made contact. I will say that you probably mitigated that damage, but two of them made full contact.
Can I ask, if that rock had not been disintegrated, would it have destroyed the ship entirely or just made it worse off?
So that ship, it was pretty torn up. Like, it was basically the third rock caused a full overturn, essentially, in the air.
Okay.
So it would have prevented the overturn, but you're still at like a 50-60% list.
Okay.
And the ship
Then
was
you
still
know
on
I
fire.
will go ahead and I will keep that. I will destroy the rock. But then following that, can I ask for a range of 5 numbers, such as 1 to 5, 95 to 100, something like that?
I guess what purpose?
That was disintegrate, which is a spell from the eye.
Oh, so you have to roll your.
Oh.
Yup.
So, okay. So, okay.
Be careful, please.
Let me make a
There's
wheel.
not much I can do, but I'll sure as hell try.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Google and see if it'll make one for me. Is there... I need a probability. Oh, any dice does a probability roll, doesn't it?
Well, no, I have a D100. I just need the 5-number range from you.
Oh.
Oh, just like random numbers?
Yeah, just like 1 to 5, 95 to 100. I need the range. I have the dice.
55 to 60.
Gotcha. Okay. Then...
64.
Oh, nice.
That was fun.
Let me go ahead and do my D100 4 times here. And then you go ahead and roll yours, and I'll let you know what happens.
I got 64, so I should be safe.
Okay. Yep. So, 24, 4, 19, 18, and 95. Okay, you are safe.
Woo.
Thank goodness.
Would have made things
What's up?
dicey. That would have made things dicey.
Yeah. No, 100%. So I think that's what we'll do then.
It's
So you will roll your main number, and then I will roll 5 D100s to try to make your number. That's how we'll play it on from now on. Sound good?
Okay.
Basically, there's a 5% chance, for those who don't know what's going on, of a stole seal, of a soul being stolen whenever one of my players use certain abilities. And so that's how we were resolving that there. Because I think that would actually be really fun, because it just leaves it up to the dice 100%.
Oh, 100%. I love that.
So, perfect. Okay. So that means, where are you now? Did you join the group?
See, that's what I'm trying to think about. Because So where would I be presently had I not joined the group?
So if you did not join the group, you
Like
will
if you want to move my token.
like you will probably be. We'll call. I mean, you could technically be off grid. So everything happened very, very quickly.
Okay.
So where you guys are on the map is at the mouth of this river to this forest, because you guys were on your way back to Bearvein.
Right.
And you were kind of following this river route, and they landed for the night. Then they took off in the morning. It's very foggy. That's not low visibility. Whatever. So you could essentially be descending down from thousands of feet into the air, assisting. You'd probably be maybe a couple hundred yards away, if at the choice of do I join the party and follow Gale holding Cedar's lifeless body, or
Not lifeless, just mangled.
Oh,
mangled and
She
almost
has
lifeless
life.
body, or do you divert? So you could probably divert at about 300 meters to 1200 meters from the moment of surrender. Just know that the rest of your party is like moving to surrender and
How
being
beat
surrendered.
up do the people that we're surrendering to look?
How none.
How,
They're fresh.
How hurt? Oh, they're fresh.
They are.
Okay.
You are staring at probably a division of soldiers. So, I mean, visibly right now there are probably a few dozen, but like presumably you're looking at like an actual division of militants. So you could be looking at a few hundred to a few thousand, depending on what's going on.
Can I roll something to identify what type of creatures these are, or do I know?
They're they from the ones you can see right now look human.
Okay.
Roll a perception actually if you want.
I would love to. Because I have a plan. Kind of. 27.
see, I've got
Okay.
a plan if this goes south, but I want to see yours.
They are only human.
Okay.
And what you see is that there are,
Assists.
and this is what we'll kind of do as the rest of them surrendered and you're kind of hovering a little bit. You'll actually see a bunch of them carrying sticks with what looks to be loops on them. And you actually see them, the ones that were holding your party down with spears, they'll actually stab the other sticks in and grabbing legs and arms. Another one goes around the eyes and mouth and restricts the hand movement. So you probably have about 10 soldiers now diving onto each of your friends with these grabbers. It's actually a Japanese design if you've ever seen them. There's basically just to stop people, like people that have knives. They have long sticks that just have like auto-tightening ropes on them, and they'll just grab people with
Okay,
them
I'm
and trip them. It's super fun.
Get ya.
But that's actually something that they've used for a long time, like through like
Get ya.
hundreds of years old. So they're actually covering your eyes, your mouth, and grabbing each of your legs and limbs to basically control them. So you see about 15 of these people, 5 on each of your friends, descend and like essentially grab them at spear point with other militants.
Is Cedar conscious yet? Did she just wake up for this?
You basically got
No.
healed, and as you were waking up, you guys rejoined Celia, and then the moment that happens, you were descended upon. So like seconds probably after waking up and like being semi-conscious to conscious and realizing what's going on. Yes.
See, awake me would not handle that well. Just waking up me would handle that even worse.
That's the idea.
I think the second that, I think the second Gale realizes what's happening, he's going to just try and fight, just try and make sure that he's still close to Cedar, just try and reassure her.
So yeah, you attempt to struggle through this, but you are, and the more you struggle, it seems like the tighter the restraints from the grabber sticks is getting.
I think when Cedar kind of like wakes up and realizes what's going on, she is gonna try and like wriggle, because she's not entirely sure what's going on because of all that just happened with the whole hitting water at Mach 3. and she looks very much like a cornered animal at this moment. She's kind of like and her wings are kind of flaring a bit as well as she's trying to like basically use any limb she can to make distance between her and these people with the weird sticks.
So essentially, the more you try to go, like, the tighter they get, and like, it's a weird thing because with 5 of them on you, like, some of them are controlling your head and neck, and then your arm is kind of getting twisted in a different direction. Your leg is being pulled up, so you're actually being kind of like pretzeled as this all happening. In maps, I kind of show you the idea of what's happening.
Goodness.
Yeah. It's non-lethal, but it's not exactly pleasant.
Yeah.
Now,
Can Gale
if you guys,
flare up the halo to blind them?
so you want to, okay, so what are you trying to do? You're trying to,
So Gale's not got his halo activated at the moment, but one of his passives is that he can activate it and sort of shine light to sort of light up the space. I'm sort of like almost like sort of giving him like a second of like, oh no, bright light.
go for it, if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the halo just.
So you kind of flash bomb a halo, and then let me do the rolls.
Yeah.
I need probably about 5 d20s. How much life do you have left?
How much life do I have?
Yeah.
I'm not bloodied.
Okay. Tracy
Stab
again.
you right there.
19.
So my AC
Mm-hmm.
is a 21.
Okay, perfect. That's it. Okay. So you hear the groaning of about 5 guards. As just out of reflex, they kind of know where you are because you're being grabbed by these man grabbers and man catchers. And the others were surrounding you with spears. So as you kind of flail and release this flashbang, you hear this groan, and reflexively, you feel and hear spears just stab forward next to essentially the man catchers. 2 of them bounce off, the man catchers that are grabbing your body, but you actually feel 3 spear tips pierce into your flesh. Just out of reflex because you're fighting back when they're trying to restrain you. And you will take
What are they expecting us to do?
12, so 23.
Fucking
They
dumbasses.
didn't read us our rights.
No.
18.
I
This
didn't hear
is
them right.
illegal.
You'll take 38 damage.
Okay.
As they stab these spears into you as you kind of fight back and flail. And then also, too, now you feel like hands start to kind of grab you and like make sure that your eyes and your mouth is covered and your hands are being restrained. Now, Winnie, you're still continuing to kind of watch this as this happens, and you see Gale kind of flailing and be very promptly overpowered. As a kind of coming to conscious, and then Celia is just surrendered, just making no movement as she's surrounded, but complying because she's the one who kind of organized this for the group to save your lives.
Okay. How are the soldiers reacting to Celia? Are they being hostile? What are they doing?
No. She because she showed no sign of like resistance. They are blindfolding and gagging her as well. But like it's kind of gross because what you actually see is they were trying to like, because she's not being hit with man catchers, but they still need to like blind her and gag her. You see some of the shoulders actually taking their shoes off and taking their socks and like making impromptu like blindfolds and gags with just like their dirty socks.
Nasty.
But they're not being violent. Her hands are also being tied with essentially ropes as well.
They're just being unhygienic.
But they're kind of shibariing it in a way because they're interlacing the fingers, so that way the ropes are not actually even allowing her fingers to move.
Okay. So I'm gonna stay. Can I get into the forest and stay out of sight?
You can run to the forest. You will be pursued. So, like, you're kind of off and flying, and everyone's on high alert.
Okay, so they know. Okay.
They see you, and they would see where you would go. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying you can't give them the slip. I'm just saying that you will be pursued for sure.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take that chance because if I'm right, well, actually, before, can I tell how many would pursue me?
As time passes and this is all happening, more and more people are kind of joining the scene from the enemy side. So, a couple dozen maybe, depending on how much cooperation the rest of the group provide.
Then I will follow in Celia's footsteps, and we surrender.
Oh, okay. So are you going to peacefully land next to the group?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you'll kind of see it too, and you'll get a very interesting, pungent smell of just.
Oh no! She'll be like, she'll go. She will look at them when they start to do that, and she will go, "You either use those things, or I'll give you a reason to."
Are you talking about the man catchers?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you see like 3 walk up calmly with man catchers, and one of them restrains your hands, another one goes around your face, and another one goes around your mouth. So you essentially have these like metal. Oh my gosh. Sorry, hang on.
Hi, Cord.
You essentially have these metal bands that are now. I have to hold her because she's been peeing in bad places because she's adorable. So I'm babysitting her until my wife gets done with medicating our kitties. But she wants the birds. But essentially, you have these metal bands that have like almost magically wrapped around your eyes and your mouth, and your hands, kind of restricting them.
In a muffled state, you just kind of like barely hear her say, "See, this is more civilized somehow."
Flashbang. Oh, what is Kitty doing?
Oh,
She's playing with my microphone.
she's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
I'm dying. That cat is so cute.
So we also play D&D on here, guys, but
But the cat's the star now.
oh yeah.
And she knows it.
Forget
Oh, yeah.
Philo.
Right,
We need a new channel mascot.
She is a star. She is a brat.
Oh yeah. Just like my parents' dog.
But yeah, I think are the things like covering her eyes before she sees them stab Gale? Does she see it, or are her eyes covered before that happens?
You roll a perception for me. Let's say this.
All right.
Don't do this to your character, Sophie. Don't do this.
Perception for
honestly.
angst. You guys know me.
Yeah, we do. Don't do this.
Like a 13, so.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. You didn't see anything because it was covering you, but what you heard was the sound of metal spears piercing metal armor and going into flesh.
Ooh.
And you smelled, would you be a blue blood?
I don't know. I feel like Gale would be. I don't think he's just got like normal blood. I don't know if it would be blue or not, but
Well,
I
you.
That
I think it
Airgenosi's
was
blood would be like extremely oxygenated at like all
Right.
times. Sorry, just a little science ramble. My bad.
No, you're good. Yeah. So what you smell is
don't
a
apologize for
familiar
doing something
smell
cool.
of copper and iron as Gale's blood begins to kind of flow from the wounds, but you can't see it. You can only smell it and know what happened.
She I don't know how covered her mouth is, but she basically tries to be like, stop it, no.
Yeah, your mouth is restrained by a metal band, and your eyes are covered by that same band. And a few moments later, Celia gets hit with the same ones as oh my gosh, I know she's being a brat. Sorry, as all of you guys are now kind of restrained, eyes, mouth, and hands. Um, and you actually feel them now carrying you by the man catchers, and it's very very hard to resist, and it's hard to get into a comfortable position. But you can feel yourself being carried, and you can actually kind of feel the water from the waterfalls in the lake as they're carrying you back over the water. Hey.
So this is a horrifying moment, but the cat is just it's breaking through my facade. No, cat cam.
It's like cat cam. Do you want the cat cam? Just gotta babysit.
No.
But yeah, so that's what's happening. You guys are kind of being carried back. Is there anything you guys want to try to do, or are you just kind of submitting?
I mean, at this point, Gale is probably going to submit. Like, he doesn't want to get Cedar into any more trouble, and he doesn't want us to get hurt. So he's going to just play cool for now.
Yeah.
But he's going to hide the flashbang for later.
I think Cedar's gonna kind of like submit, but she also just decides to go boneless to make it as difficult as possible. Basically, malicious compliance. Just no
Nice. I like
structure,
that.
completely limp.
You must use all your strength to lift me.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a new map here really quick.
Again, this is a very serious moment for the cat climbing everywhere.
The cat's like therapy as this horrible thing is happening to our character.
I
You're
know.
mangled.
I feel
Made
bad
of
because
manacle.
I'm holding her, and I'm like, she does not want to be held anymore.
No. She decided nope.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
If you can hear her, she's now whining at me.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are actually carried. Oops, this is not the part of the map that I wanted. I got it in maps that just blew up way too. Gosh, Momiji, chill the fuck out, honey.
Let chaos reign.
Momiji, the chaos kitten.
Yes. The chaos kitten.
That's her full title.
Basically. Oh, shush. Okay, so you guys are actually now. They kind of let you. They take off the warband over the man catcher essentially over your eyes, your mouth and hands still restrained. Your hands and feet are all still tied to other of these man catchers as you're being carried, and you are kind of escorted into this ravine down below. And then, as you guys see, there's probably garrisons upon garrisons. Very much the bottom of the ravine is kind of destroyed. Resources just used, the trees are dead. As they begin to kind of lift you up on like a little pulley elevator, powered by what looks to be woodland creatures that are very, very distraught. Almost like as distraught as this kitten. Oh my gosh, sorry. Just need to babysit because she's potty trained, but when she's frustrated or not getting enough attention, she tries to pee on the couch. So we have it covered in pee pads, and I just don't want her to do But they're kind of lifting you up to the top part of this camp where a lot of the encampments are. And they place you in this wooden holding cell, still eyes covered, or mouth covered and hands covered. And they leave you there for what feels like an hour or two. But you're in now this kind of like prisoner, we'll call it like prison cell inside of a tent. The temperature is nice, but this is kind of the scene you were carried through. Any questions, concerns, thoughts, feelings?
You said a wooden cell?
Yes, you are kind of in a wooden cell, but you are still restrained by metal bands.
Okay.
So no fire, not yet.
But fire.
No, not until we can
Fire is
escape
so
properly.
pretty. Okay, fine.
I'm concerned for you.
Don't worry, I have candles. Safe place.
That's not what I was concerned about, Sophie. I feel like as soon as they get into the cell, Gail immediately just looks over at Cedar and sort of gives her a look to say, "Are you okay?"
She's definitely like kind of freaking out a little bit on the inside, but she kind of tries to like kind of tamp it down for a second. She just kind of nods and then she kind of like looks at him like, "Are you okay?" And she like looks at the gash wounds and like looks back up at him like, "Are you okay though?"
I think Gail wouldn't understand the look, but he would sort of see the eyes sort of going down to the wound and then looking back up. He sort of gives like a little sort of, yeah, like a little sort of like a shrug.
Are the guards still like around us?
You know they're outside the tent. They're kind of guarding the tent. They're not in the tent with you.
Winnie, you good?
Winnie's gonna nod, and I'm gonna try to cast Aura of Vitality. Does it work?
Let me find out. Typing with one
I think it
hand.
depends whether you need verbal components for that.
No, it does not work because you are not able to speak.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that'd be nice, but no. Since you can kind of you try to begin to cast the spell, and kind of focus, but you're unable to speak loud enough to cast the spell, and it kind of fizzles out while casting.
So like our mouths and eyes. Wait, our mouths are still covered?
Mouths are covered, hands are restrained, but they uncovered your eyes.
Gotcha. What about the wings? What about my wings? How are those?
Oh yeah.
How much healing have you received?
I have about 39 life right now.
Mostly better. You're pretty battered. You're still kind of missing patches of feathers, like the remnants of being hit on the water still kind of show on your body, but they are mostly up. Like,
I mean, did they like? Oh, okay, I can move my wings.
Yeah.
Okay, so since I can do that, I'm gonna kind of have Cedar use her wings, even though it does kind of hurt to do so, like to kind of like push her up to where she's at least sitting.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that you do that without too much struggle. You can definitely feel the pain from the wounds travel through you. Honey, come on. Give me 30 seconds.
No worries.
So this is what we need to do to get Doku's attention. We just meow at him like a cat. And pee on his couch, apparently.
Dibs on meowing.
Dibs on meowing.
Damn it!
You didn't move fast enough.
Guess I'm buying a plane ticket to America and pissing on his couch.
Oh my gosh.
Not to
Hi,
visit
YouTube.
Sophie, not to see any of like the important monuments. No, just to piss on a grown man's couch.
Oh my gosh. If we ever get to all meet in person, he's got to bring Momiji as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, two of us can't piss on the same couch. That's a big subjective if we're getting attention.
I meant in a completely other, like, time. Oh my gosh. Hello, YouTube. This is us.
Apologies for the delay.
No, it's so
No
worth
worries.
it.
I'm very concerned at what I missed. You guys are all red and
You-
laughing.
You should be.
Don't worry about it, buddy.
Worry about it.
Hold on. 40, 55. Go back. Note for Chris. Go back and review 40.
Did he just reveal his name for the first time on the channel?
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh man, I just
Oh.
Oh
doxed
yes,
myself.
we've known your name, but you haven't said it on the channel.
Oh, that's crazy.
You just doxed yourself, fool.
Oh, so gross. Oh well, yeah. But anyways, yes. So yes, you managed to set up, and whatever happened and shenanigans ensued while I was not on camera probably happened. But please continue.
Yeah,
Is there
Seer's
anything
sitting
else?
up. That's kind of it.
Likely
How
story.
how beat up is Winnie?
So Winnie, I don't think all in all took that much damage. You were actually aiding and assisting. There was a little bit of direct combat towards you, but I think you did manage to evade the majority of it when I was rolling for you. So I don't think you're really that hurt at all, outside of probably a couple of scrapes and scraps.
Okay, so no hit point damage.
No.
Okay. What are my armbands made of?
From what you can tell, metal. Even what's
Are they
interlacing.
just metal, or do they seem like enchanted?
From what you can tell, it's metal, and it's even interlacing your fingers. So it's almost like metal gloves with like metal handcuffs.
Okay. One, that's actually really cool. Two, can I roll athletics or strength or whatever to try and break out?
Sure.
Pull a Markiplier, breaking the tape apart. This one's strong as heck.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter which one, they're both the same. That's a 17.
So a 17 does not break through anything. You definitely pull, and it's interesting what you can actually tell for the 17 is as you're kind of pulling the metal apart, it's almost flexible. But as you begin to kind of flex it and pull it apart, it shifts, and the flat edge kind of turns into your skin, and as you pull away, it springs and tightens kind of into your hands, and you see the flat end now spring in and start to cut into the webbing in between each of your fingers. The more you struggle, it actually kind of like snaps back and
I hate
tightens.
that.
I stop
and-
immediately.
Yeah, you take 4 damage from that, and it's just raw pain radiates from your
You know
your
what? That was
hands.
my temp HP, so that's okay. Because don't forget, I did give us temp HP.
Yep. And you guys also see Winnie kind of struggling and then immediately stop.
Yeah, I don't think Cedar's gonna try to do too much, because she's kind of gonna learn from Winnie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the only thing Gail's going to do is just sort of try and shift so that he's sort of next to Cedar, and he's just sort of going to sort of rest his shoulder next to hers, almost like a, hey, we're still alive. We're going to be okay.
yeah, you kind of see Gale shifting closer to you and rest his head on your shoulder, and what you notice that there was a couple of drops of fresh blood still on the ground from where he shifted from indicating that he's actually still partially bleeding from his couple of spear wounds that he just got.
I'll get better.
But after a few moments pass, two guards kind of burst into the tent and almost talk about you like you're not even there. What's up, Winnie?
Before they do that, there's something else I want to do.
Okay.
I cast Minor Illusion. So you can cast... Well, actually, correct me if I'm... So, does action economy matter right now? As in, I cannot take 2 actions at once? Or does it only matter in the sense of spell and cantrip? Or neither?
I don't think...
Does any of that matter right now? Because if so, then that kind of ruins my plan, but I'm fine with it.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. So, where's hand gestures or body movements? You are too restrained for a somatic spell.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point of the
Oh,
handcuffs
bitch.
and stuff.
I figured, but I wanted to try.
Yeah. Material, you could have probably, like... You kind of see Winnie also trying as she grabs a little bit of, like, clothing from her, like, underclothing to keep her warm. It's a little bit of fleece. And you kind of see her trying to, like, cast Minor Illusion as the spell kind of eats the fleece and really can't connect or create the spell.
Yeah.
There is no action economy because I mean they're leaving you alone for about an hour, so this will all kind of take
Right.
place during the hour.
Okay. Then the only other thing I'm going to ask before y'all can continue, is there any part of my hands exposed? Like outside of the metal cuff?
Yeah, so your fingertips essentially.
Dope. I'm good.
You can get a manicure.
So
Sorry.
yes, manicure.
With a prison ship.
But the idea is
File through the bars with a nail file.
realistically probably touch spells, right? Would probably be essentially the only thing that's not accounted for in the scenario, realistically. Just for a I mean, unless you do something about handcuffs or whatever, the touch spell is kind of where your focus would be most likely, just given the restraints. Knowing that, is there anything more you would like to do? No. Okay.
But I know y'all were about to do something.
Cedar Gale?
Have the dudes busted into the room yet?
So two guards will come into the room, and essentially be talking back and forth in a murmur like you guys aren't even there. And one's like, "What? They don't look like Fae." And it's like, "But the compass says." The compass is like, "But that's an owl, and that's a blue boy, and that's a whatever that is." And he kind of points to Winnie and Sylvie. Yeah, Celia. Oh, I said Sylvie. That's my wife's sister's cat's name. I don't know why my brain just went there. I think I have cats on the brain.
Don't get yourself doxed again, Doku. Crikey.
Went from being the most mysterious member and just telling everything about yourself in one session. Wow, this move to YouTube, man, really changed you.
Just bringing it
Hey,
out.
internet, here's Doku's life story.
It's episode 69, just bringing it out of me. I don't know.
Nice.
Things are just coming out of my mouth. Ow, hello, child. Ow, okay, I'm being attacked. Anyways, hi, kitten. So, yes. And he's like, but the compass says they're Fae. That's why we attacked them. That's why we took them down. What Fae would come and attack an encampment? We're at war. Why would they come by themselves? He's like, yeah, but the compass says, you idiot. Well, whatever. And then he kind of looks at you guys like, I'm gonna interrogate you guys now. The big boss is gonna want to see you in a little bit, but I got a couple of questions. Who wants to be the representative? And it kind of like says this rhetorically, and you kind of
Gail raises both his arms.
I think Cedar's like, since her mouth is covered, basically when they've started talking, like her eyes kind of narrow. But she's also gonna kind of very like subtly kind of use one of her wings to kind of cover where Gale has the wounds. Kind of like a little bit of instinctual, like bird, like don't show a wound.
So Winnie and Gail kind of raise their hands and try to be like, I want to be the representative. And Cedar just kind of shelters in place. And you hear him go, well, I guess it's going to be that one. And he points to Cedar, and a stick goes through the cage and like magnetically grabs onto the metal band that's around your mouth and beak, and kind of like jerks your head forward as they drag you out of the cage, restrained from essentially your mouth, essentially the mouth band. They kind of attached it, and they're kind of pulling you out of the cage, and they lift you up kind of still from that same mouth band, so the pain is just like hanging from your neck, and they stick you to the frame of the tent essentially, and they kind of restrain your hands. They separate them and restrain them, so it's almost like you're magnetically stuck now to the framing of the tent as they take the mouth band off of you. And it's like, now I'm giving you a little bit of leeway, so don't try none of that funny business. It's like, do you understand the funny business? And you're kind of talking to Cedar.
Is this how you greet all your guests, or are we just special?
Well, that's how we treat the Fae around these parts. You hear? Now.
I'm an Owlin, racist.
Nah, now you were a descendant of Fae. You were not a Fae. That's my confusion. See, I got a handy tool here, and I'll cut back to that in a second. Winnie, you said you wanted to try something?
You know what? I'll wait for now. Sorry.
You're good. I just didn't want to ignore you. That's all. There's no action. You know what I mean? Economy here. It's just whatever is going on. And
so he's got his yucking tool.
yeah. And so he's got a little tool. He's like, so I got this thing here.
Goofy's interrogating.
That helps me find the Fae. Because our king says the Fae are bad. And they cause the spell plague. And the blue flame. Do you know what the blue flame is? And he kind of like nods his head in front of you.
Yeah, almost got burnt up by it more than once.
Well,
so I would say we know what it is.
Well, perfect. So you know what the flame is. I'm glad you admitted that. Because it's your kind that are creating it. And it kind of has this little compass thing in it. You can actually see that no matter where he points it, the compass head is pointing directly to you. Now this little handy tool here helps me identify the Fae. And so, do you care to explain why the Fae were flying a ship into our encampment?
We're not Fae, buddy. We're an air genasi, a halfling. Wait, out of game. Halfling? Yes, okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay. A halfling, elf. Cedar's has a little question in the back of her head, like, I think that's what Celia is. I forgot to ask. In the back of her head, she has that little thought. And an owlin. And now I know owlin are technically descended from the Fae, but so are elves. Yeah. And actually, let's think about it. A lot of races.
No.
So I think your little compass there is broken. It's not even pointing north. Yeah, she knows full well it's not supposed to be pointing north. She's just being difficult.
Now, I normally like a good little bit of sass, but I'm kind of in a hurry today. I got places to be and forests to burn. I gotta get through a couple 100 yards today. And so I don't really have time to play your little games. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna tell me, I understand that you are descended from a Fey race. That does not make you a Fey. This, however, tells me what she is. So, you're going to explain to me what you're doing here. And he takes your hand and flattens it up against the post, and he interlaces his fingers in your fingers. And now, I'm gonna tell you that normally I give people 5 tries at this. I don't think I'm patient enough for 5 tries given the sass. So, would you again care to explain why you're here?
At
I'm a student, and I was going back after a trip to my school.
Ah, okay. And what school
In
would
fact,
that be?
I believe I told your men that. Big old letters in the sky saying exactly where I'm from. So pardon the sass, but I hit the water going about Mach 3, so I've got a bit of a headache at the moment.
Well, a headache's probably going to be the least of your problems. So, you tell me. So, Bearvane, I'm assuming is the school, right? A little school up in Bearvane. Yeah. We rode through that city about a couple months back because they were harboring fugitives. Fugitives of the king. So, you're saying that you belong to the school that we rolled a couple of weeks ago. So why would that make you my friend?
I was mainly stating that I have lived here for years. I've been on a bit of a journey, visited some relatives, and now I've come back. So I'm not sure what's been going on around here, but sure as heck no, I wasn't here for it.
So you're saying you just happen to be gone when your king and country declared war on the Flay because they brought us the spell plague. And you just happen to miss every current event of your home continent, and that's the story you're going with. And as you say that, he tightens his hands and actually begins to bend your fingers back, and they begin to cut into the metal restraints, and you feel like a
Ugh.
searing pain start, but he doesn't like fully commit.
I
at
never said home country. I'm an Owlin. I come from the Blessed Isles. Most of us do. But I have been living over here for pretty much almost my whole adult life. So, yeah, I don't really know the current events. I'm a I'm a wizard, bit of a sometimes I tend to forget these things. I get a little obsessed with my work. You know how wizards are.
Yeah, they tend to be a little frail. Well, what's interesting is part of your story is true. In fact, it's a very convenient truth from what I can discern. So it's just very strange that, despite the sass, I don't sense the deception. And he kind of loosens the grip on the hand a little bit. But I still don't like your attitude. Now, Winnie, were you going to do something?
yes. Am I still wearing my hat?
I don't think they would have. They technically didn't take anything off your person, no.
Perfect. Is there any way that I can communicate with one of the crows or see through their eyes to see how many people are at this camp?
If you wanted to, because that's kind of your, yeah. Technically, yes. I believe that would still kind of work for now.
Okay. Can I get a count?
Sure. In the ravine, there seem to be about 800 or so soldiers.
Okay.
And they're kind of down in the lower part of the ravine. The upper camp seems to be less. You see probably about 4 or 5 dozen people, maybe about 50 or 60, kind of walking around and garrisoning the camp. There are people on the crossbows and ballistas that you've noticed. There's a couple of trebuchets in the back. But there are a couple people manning the elevator. So there are people visible, and then you assume there are probably more people that are also inside the tents. But in this upper portion of the camp, it seems to mostly be garrisons and like high-ranking officers, because they're dressed a little bit nicer. Things like that. The swords and equipment seem to be nicer from what you can observe.
While Cedar's being interrogated, is there anyone else watching our cell?
From what you can tell, there's people out. So there are probably about yeah. So if you're getting a clear vision through the crow, there are 5 people that are outside and 2 inside the tent. One of which is currently interrogating Cedar.
Okay. And then hypothetically, final question. Okay. Am I elevated over anything? Or is it is it a cell over the ravine? I mean, or is it on solid ground?
You are on solid ground, so you are essentially in a dirt bottom, or partially grass. It seems like the grass and stuff was cleared away to put the cell on top of, but it just seems to be dirt with maybe a few small pebble stones in it, and then the wooden cell placed, and it's inside of a tent. So there is no. So kind of if you're looking at maps, you're inside the tent right now, kind of where the tokens are.
Okay. Okay, I gotcha. I thought we were kind of down on the wooden platform area. That's my bad.
No worries. Yeah.
All right, keep going. I need to rethink some stuff.
Nah. This is your last chance to explain to me why you are Fae. You are a student of a city of our enemy. That is understandable. You were away. Maybe also the truth, so you don't understand what's going on. Or you're dumb. But you're not lying. But my third point, and probably my most interesting point, is why are you Fae? And as he says that, a little bit of spit it comes out and like splashes your face.
She's gonna kind of like take her wing and like kind of use it to like wipe off the like kind of use the joint of the wing to kind of like wipe off her face. Oh, I see the wonderful manners continue. Well, here's the thing. Even if I was, I don't know how that happens. Who knows? Definitely not me. Just a student after all. And, that's out of my wheelhouse.
Well, maybe my boss will have a little bit more luck explaining the situation and getting a better understanding than me. So, sit tight, little birdie. And he literally tightens his hand and pushes his fingers into the palm of your hand and bends all of your fingers back until each one of your 5 fingers dislocate. And as they do, the metal that's actually restraining your hands feels the give of your bones dislocating and tightens around and pushes almost your dislocated fingers farther apart in an excruciating amount of pain. You will take...
I try to not flinch, like facially.
Okay.
Can I
Roll.
Like as a roll?
Yeah, give me a.
Would that be like a deception roll?
Um. Yeah, let's call it deception, or constitution.
Both are the same.
As soon as
Uh,
this happens, Gail's going to run straight up to the bars, almost like trying to
wait,
get to
can you
Cedar.
run?
Well,
Because I
he'll
think
try and
aren't our
shift
ankles
towards the
tied? Oh, okay.
bars, or like, you know.
You see Gale kind of restrained, but like weird sideways worm crawling towards the bars.
Well, technically, you didn't say our feet were restrained. You said our hands, our mouths were restrained, but not our feet.
Oh, okay. So I mean, fair point. The bands are still wrapped around your legs, but they are not technically restrained now.
Cool. Okay.
I got a 19 on that.
Perfect. Give me 2 seconds.
Like technicality.
Technicality.
Loophole.
Loopholes.
I can run. Also, Rain, I sent a message to Sophie saying, "Where's my yuck and fay?"
So yeah, it was cute. My wife was actually trying to join in, and she was like, "What's the stream name? I want to watch what you guys are doing." And I was like, "Oh, I can't. I'm like, we're on cooldown right now." She's like, "Do you want to use my live on TikTok? Because she's got her art account, and so she was like, you could just connect it and get people live to follow you there for a little bit." And I was like, "No, it'd be a little bit too much going on." So, but she was trying out.
That's
cute.
really sweet of her. Tell her we appreciate that.
Yeah.
She signed, she loved me, but didn't answer. But that was cool. But okay, cool. So yes, moving on. You see Gale kind of.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Okay, so you don't flinch per se. Like your eyes just kind of wince and narrow a little bit, but you don't flinch as the pain kind of takes hold. And you'll take, how much life do you have?
39.
39. Okay, good. Because you just took 12 damage. And the pain actually irradiates up into your actual like shoulder as the nerves in your fingers are actually being pinched. You can actually feel the numbness kind of creep into your neck.
I think just to kind of try and unnerve him, when she realizes, okay, succeeded in not flinching, she's gonna smile.
Don't. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Just a little
The man is torturing you. The man is torturing you. Why would you smile?
He pauses. As he was walking
That's
out,
why.
you smile. And he smiles back. And he's like, you know, you're my favorite type of prisoner. You know why? Because you're.
I feel like you're gonna tell me.
Yeah, you're a little thing that I like to call a masochist. You dirty little birdie, you. And he brings up his hand and backhands you with a metal glove that has like little spikes on it, and it just cuts across your face, and feathers kind of fray and drops of blood fall to the ground as he just backhands you across the face with a spiked glove. And you will take another 7 damage. And then he goes, and because I'm tired of hearing your voice, he will bring up a metal like cover like that was on your face previously and strap it around your face so you're no longer able to speak. And then he kind of pushes your head back against the frame of the yurt tent as the metal band actually magnetically sticks, and you're kind of just pinned to the wall now, unable to speak or move your arms or legs.
Dang. Holy crap!
And he kind of just clicks his tongue, and he's like, "All right, boys, let's move them." And people kind of move in with poles, and they cover your eyes. They just kind of stick the poles through, and the metal bands cover your eyes. Not really painful, just really uncomfortable. And then you feel the bars essentially kind of pull your body around, and you can kind of try to resist, but the leverage is just really difficult as they stick your legs together. And another band goes around the two bands that are on your ankles, and they begin dragging you by your ankles while you're kind of restrained, eyes, mouth, and hands through the camp. And all three of you begin to be dragged through the camp for a little bit.
So there is something I want to do, but I wanted to ask, is there anything y'all want to do before I kind of take the stage for a moment?
There's not very much the girl can do in this moment.
Yeah,
You know what? I
pretty much
just
a worm
figured
on
I'd
a
ask.
string
Right?
right now.
I don't know.
So the entire, if you'll allow, during the entire interrogation, Winnie just kind of started focusing on every single loss that she's had before now. All of her parties, Pablo in his original form, just everything around her that's faded and gone. And she kind of turns that into a prayer out to her Fey Queen of Loss. Does anything happen? Do I need to roll anything?
Okay. Give me a performance plus D8.
Okay. Oh, wait, let's see these dice. Where's my D8? Seriously, where's my D8? Oh. $27.
Nice. Okay. And how much? So you don't really have too much damage then.
I have none.
Yeah.
The only damage I've taken was to temp HP.
You feel what feels like two warm hands touching either side of your face and kissing your forehead. And a whisper catches the wind and ruffles the leaves. And it almost sounds like you hear the word endure. And
Okay.
you feel a healing energy overflow through you, but you realize that you're full, you're unhurt. The scrapes and the bruises, not even really bothering you, completely heal over. And that connection, that healing, overflows through the connection to your friends. And Gale's wounds that were fresh close. Cedar's fingers kind of relocate and push against the metal spring handcuffs, as both Gale and Cedar will heal for, let me roll it off. What was your D8 modifier?
1.
Oh, okay.
I rolled like ass.
No worries.
No, I did. I rolled an 11 and a 1.
Yeah, I just rolled an 11. So 27 plus 1. So each of you will heal for 28 life.
I'll
Nice.
take that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
I'm no longer bloodied.
You don't fully understand what happened, but you feel that your Fae of Loss was trying to take action as best as she could to prevent you from incurring more loss. So you actually despite not fully knowing what was going on or what came of it, you feel almost relaxed, like you were given a boon that will help you kind of get through.
Okay. Um. Okay. She complies.
Okay. So you guys are dragged a couple 100 feet through camp. You can kind of feel the elevation gain as you're kind of going uphill. So Winnie, you'll probably have a general idea of where you're going because you, through the crow's eyes, had kind of an understanding of the layout a little bit. But you guys are kind of brought up to the large tent in the camp. So they said they were going to bring you to the leader, and they did. And what's interesting is as you get there, your hands and feet kind of, or just at least your hands and feet still restrained. Your mouthpiece and your eyepiece, all three of you, well, all four, because Celia's technically there, is removed, and your eyes begin to kind of adjust to the inside of this very dark tent. The humidity and heat of just like almost like a sauna is like pushing up against your skin as like steam is pumping out of this iron chair. You recognize the chair as it has some original charges in it, both blue and essentially red charges in either side of the chair, that are just pumping steam out and charging what looks to be a Warforged. And the Warforged, when you guys actually get essentially thrown in front of him and your eyes and mouth bands taken off, he stands up in front of you, 8 feet tall, disconnecting from this iron throne with like a hissing sound. And he begins to kind of walk up to you guys. And I'll put a picture of him up on maps as well here.
Okay.
Made of full plate armor, he has just kind of a core in his stomach. His helmet completely attached. He's completely built essentially with plate and leather. His joints that are exposed seem to be covered in a cloth, kind of masking his mechanical innards, as you are looking at probably the first fully flushed out steam Warforged. His center chest actually has 12 notches around the entire center, but only 3 of them right now seem to be lit in this bright yellow. His eyes glow red as his essentially soul is shown through his eye slits of his helmet. A voice that kind of booms out speaks, and as it does, this steam itself that circulates through his body goes over these whistles that actually emulate the human voice as he begins to speak. Well, 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 what do we have here? As the excess steam kind of releases off of his lips. Which one of you wishes to speak first?
That'll be me. If you don't mind.
And he kind of nods his head and he looks down, and he also has a compass that he kind of hovers over you, and it like trains directly at you. So what trickery is this, child?
Agree.
Yes. You look like a sad, weak, pathetic Erdenose. But you register to me as a Fae. So why would my enemy become barreling into my camp, be taken out so easily? My only assumption is that you were meant to be captured. But why?
Well, I wouldn't say easily. We did give your ballistas a bit of a show. But you see, I'm not quite Fae. So I'm something a little bit older. I may look weak and sad, but it's simply the outside. You, of all people, should know it's what's inside that counts.
Ah, so you wish for me to expose your insides.
I never said that. You're putting words into my mouth.
So, you are older than a Fae. I guess I don't quite understand your meaning. All I see in front of me truly is a battery.
Well, let's just say I'm descended from the very air that your creators breathed.
I see.
So if I'm a battery, I must be a pretty damn good one.
Good to know. And he places his hand on your chest and with just raw strength pushes you into the ground. And you feel the weight of almost his whole body pressing you into the ground. He kind of puts one of his feet on your one of your wings and kind of splays it across the ground as you lay up on your back looking at him. You feel what feels like tendrils start to pierce your armor with almost no resistance, like hot steel just being melted away. And these tendrils now go into and touch your skin. And you begin to feel a pain like nothing you have ever felt before. As I need you to roll a survival for me.
Survival, okay. I will say, as this begins, Gale just looks at him and goes, "Drain me and this entire world dies." That's not a threat, by the way. That is the gospel truth. And survival, you say?
Yep, or Arcana, whichever one you want. Actually, now that I'm kind of playing it out. Either one.
25.
25 survival. Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of, your brain like goes 1,000 miles a minute, and you just breathe as deep as you can, and you kind of breathe out, and you separate for a moment. And you kind of get this feeling that he is actually absorbing something from your person, but you almost parse it out and shut it off for a moment, and the pain doesn't subside, but you kind of accept it in a way where you're not losing any hit points, but you are in a crazy amount of pain. And I need Winnie and Cedar to roll a perception.
So this thing's taking my damn soul.
1 second, Cedar, before you roll that, I might have something
Never
to help us.
mind. Never mind. Forget I said any numbers. What's a number?
What
What's
number
math?
did you say? I didn't even hear it.
No,
I
it
didn't
wasn't
hear
even
number
bad.
either.
Okay.
Exactly. Perfect.
So,
What?
whatever it was, because now that you're trying to pull one over on me, -8. I'm joking.
What? Okay.
Oh.
Dude, the mortal fear in my eyes.
Okay, never mind. I thought I might have been able to give us a D4, but I was wrong.
I got an 11.
Okay. Still kind of enough to see some things. And Winnie, what did you roll?
For perception,
Yeah.
17.
Okay. So Winnie, what you see what's twofold. Winnie, what you see First and foremost is that his chest begins to glow extremely brightly as two more notches actually get filled onto his kind of ring of 12 notches. And Gale, just kind of writhing in pain, endures, eyes closed, breathing. And what Cedar and Winnie both see is Gale's wings begin to shrivel and shrink as they begin to curl in under his back and revert almost back to tiny chrysalises, as they almost as if they were fresh and just started. And then both of those tiny chrysalises fall off into the ground, and you actually hear them shrieking as the wings that were live, essentially fey entities, shrivel up and like let out a tiny scream as their life is being extinguished and absorbed into this warforged. And it feels like your human element was okay, or your humanistic element was okay, but your fey energy was forcibly just ripped from your body. Now I need you to roll an Arcana.
Arcana. Okay. Okay, that's intelligence, which is going to be interesting.
Okay.
But I'm proficient, so
Can I try something?
no need.
In one
That's
moment.
20, 24.
Okay.
Perfect.
Badass.
Nice.
And that's using Sophie's new dice. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Dino dice.
So you identified something, and at the same time that you identified it, the essential essence sucking from your person stops immediately. And he actually pulls the tendrils back and whips them kind of back into his hand, and he pulls his hand away. And he's like, well, isn't that odd? I'm sorry. I didn't know he belonged to you. And Gale, you immediately realize he's talking to Shanti. As what just saved your life and stopped him from taking the rest of it. And you recognize her energy as it washed over you, a familiar warmth. As that she just interjected and saved you from him. Or didn't allow you to take her from you, essentially. She stopped him. I'm trying to explain it in a way that makes sense. So essentially, what was left of her inside you, she stopped him from taking.
Cool. Good to know.
And he just lets out two giant kind of steam shots from his shoulder pauldrons, as just his body is almost invigorated and his armor almost looks like it's thicker. Now, Winnie, what did you want to try?
No, because what I was gonna try was I was gonna try and give him bardic inspiration, but he doesn't need it.
I had Dino inspiration.
Yeah.
And now he kind of holds the compass back up, and it spins around in front of you for a second, but then points once at Winnie and once at Cedar. And he goes, perfect. That solves one of my problems. And as you're kind of laying on the ground writhing, he steps on your chest and uses you as kind of like a step stool as he like walks over you, and you just feel like 800 pounds of weight like crush into your chest for a second. It would leave you breathless if you breathed.
Yeah.
But you just feel the pressure as he walks over to...
You and your leaders are making a big mistake.
A big mistake. You see...
Yes.
And he kind of turns back around sharply and squats down next to you, almost like domineering. You see...
Just sits up a little bit.
A leader doesn't make mistakes. I have my appointment from the king.
History begs to differ. Leaders don't make mistakes? Hang on a second.
No, that's Cedar. That's literally what Cedar starts doing. Like she
Leaders make mistakes all the time.
Oh, I thought Warforged was supposed to be smarter than that.
He's just like so confused at why you guys are acting like you have the upper hand. Because he essentially, in his mind, and this is what's going on, is he identified 4 enemies that are registering as Fae that invaded a battleground between the Fae and the humanistic people, right, and the Warforged, the 2 entities, one of which is the Fae. So in his mind, he's captured 4 enemies and has sucked the essence from one.
Technically, Celia has no connection to the Fae. She worships a god, not a Fae.
True.
Yeah.
Which is why that's why the compass was only focusing on you guys.
Okay.
So
you're not even a little bit curious. You follow your orders blindly from your king, and there's a lot of respect to be said for blindly following orders. But you're not even a little bit curious as to what we're doing here. You just see 4 people and think, "Hey, batteries." You don't even know
Rain,
what
check
we
your
are,
Instagram.
what we're doing here.
well, let's see. I tried to ask.
You didn't.
Well, not me, but my subordinate here. And he kind of looks at him, and his eyes kind of sharpen at his subordinate's failure to actually interrogate you properly.
It was just beating up, not asking questions.
Okay.
And to be fair, I did answer the questions. It's not my fault if you didn't like the answers.
He just didn't ask the right questions.
And you kind of hear him chuckle. Okay, pray tell. And he'll grab Cedar by the face and drag her in front of him across the ground and let go of her face. Pray tell, what is the proper question? And so you feel Gale's head kind of touching the top of your head as you guys are kind of dragged to the ground together, restrained. What is the proper question? Because you, Fey creatures, Fey touched, whatever you are, have brought the spell plague across this continent and cost thousands of innocent civilians their lives, and you have the audacity to come here and mouth off. You can tell he kind of spoke too long and the steam had to recharge into his voice box as he kind of picks back up. So, let me make this short and sweet. Your kind have brought the spell plague, have reshaped our lands, our worlds, and killed thousands upon thousands of civilians, and you ally yourselves with them. And yet you come here and mouth off to me. So yes, you are my enemy.
Where's your proof?
So
Where's your
Right
proof that you stay
question.
responsible?
The right question would be if that's even true. Or are you functioning on a completely wrong basis, dear?
yes. Let's believe the Fey creature on what's right and wrong. When your entire...
Oh, I'm not saying you have to believe me. I just don't think you've ever asked that question at all.
My king, my creators, are smart people, researchers. So yes, I'm sure I would believe their discoveries, their truths, over strangers.
Or maybe they made you to believe.
And he kind of just looks back, and he's just like... He's so confused at the angle you're trying to play, because how, like, sincerely serious you guys are. Like, he doesn't believe a word you're saying. Like, he's just completely... Roll an insight. Let's see what you actually get from this. I'm not going to give it to you. I want you all to roll an insight.
Okay.
You've had us here for
all of
hours.
us?
You don't even know what we are.
Sure.
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo. Sorry, did you say roll insight?
Yeah.
5.
22.
Okay.
It's not great at the moment.
Cedar, you think you're getting to him. You
Yeah.
think whatever you're doing is working. You're like,
You know what?
yeah,
Let's give her confidence for 2 seconds in her life.
we're tricking his tiny little robot synapse brain. That's what you're like. He's Chat GPT 1.0. He doesn't know anything. He's got 16K memory, remembers 300 words. That's what I'm doing right now. What did everyone else roll?
22.
13.
Okay. Gail, you understand that he is indoctrinated. You get the understanding that you're playing this mind game, and he just thinks that you're dumb or desperate, and you get the feeling that you're not
I mean,
really
he's partly
convincing
right.
him at all. Yeah, like you're not you're not shaking his confidence, or you're just confusing him because of like your portrayal that you guys have any sort of power in the situation. With a 13, you're trying to kind of gauge the situation, but you just kind of see him continuing to talk, and you feel like there might be a way to talk to him, but you're really not sure. Um,
Also, I'm sorry, no power? A goddess just fended off his attack.
Eat.
remember when Lolth did that?
Who's that? No idea.
What? Huh?
Never heard of her. What
Um,
photograph?
But I actually am gonna try something.
Okay.
Um, is Winnie's mouth uncovered?
Yeah, you guys are able to talk and see.
Okay.
Your hands and feet are restrained, but
Right.
you have the you can see and you can talk.
hmm So she goes. She goes. So tell me, you speak so highly of your creator. How many of his other creations are you familiar with?
I know every designation of every warforge under my command.
What's your command look like?
What's my command look like?
Yeah, what does your command look like? What does the group? What did you do? What do you command?
I command a garrison of 1,200 warriors. I am one of 600 garrisons across the continent that whose sole purpose is to purge the world from the Fae that have been causing the spell plague and destroying it. We are the saviors and the conquerors of all those magics.
How long have you
You
been in
have no
command?
I've been in command for. It's been. That's an excellent question. 642 days, 12 hours, 46 minutes, and 13 seconds. 14 seconds. 15 seconds.
Okay. And so she goes, "Oh, you're new at this. So you have you don't know the old guys."
I was created and
Well, no, I'm
designated
asking, do you?
at the moment I was needed. The old guys would be the ruling class, the nobles, the king.
No. I mean, the old Warforge, the group that came prior to you, about a decade ago, give or take.
They were imperfect. We're better.
Why?
Because we were made of something manageable. Made to run off of the very thing that fuels our enemy, fuels us. We are perfect, and we will die when our enemies die, making us the perfect weapon.
Fair point. I gotta hand it to you there. I do. But see, I knew one of the old ones, and one thing that the old generation had that you just clearly never will: any shred of sentience and humanity and freedom to think for itself.
And you just hear him laughing. like actually audibly laughing through the hisses. It almost sounds like a train whistle, as so much steam is escaping his voice box from laughter.
Sorry, Harry, you just got really excited.
Yeah. Oh no, the autism came out. This thing's a train.
It's a
I'm
train.
so excited at the word train.
Humanity is weak. That's why they created me, created us, the perfect weapons.
So that's why you
great.
had a human interrogate us? Right, your logic's totally sound.
He
Oh
is
no,
under my
but that's
command.
see that's not the thing at all though. And I'm sorry to cut you off, not my intention. Um but that's it. You're only good for war. What about after a war? You die when it's over. So what is your existence? A handful of years you know nothing but conflict and hate? And you live and die for things you'll never in a million years experience?
Yes.
And then some of you did?
He actually lifts you up by your clothing and kind of levels at you, and his eyes, his slants, look directly into your eyes, almost peering into your soul. Do you know of the whale and the krill?
Not particularly. I mean,
So,
if it's some weird sex thing, no thank you.
no,
But
that's later. And he kind of eye winks at you.
Oh no.
So he's like, let me tell you a story from your history, from your evolution. So years ago, your race, your races, this world that evolved here, has a creature called a whale. And they were very useful for you in your human evolution, as their blubber fueled your lanterns and your fires. The meat fed your families and your pirates and your explorers. Your entire world ran on the backs of the whale. And you hunted them almost to extinction. And you know what the whale eat? Or the krill. Almost exclusively the tiniest of creature. They're good with omega-3s, according to this disembodied voice in my room. But you know
Take these supplements.
that as the whale died, the krill that they ate also began to die. Now you would think that as the whale population went down, their food stores would thrive, would they not?
I can see that.
There's a growth curve where at some point you can't really.
I was just about to mention the
Yeah,
population
no,
growth
I'm
curve.
so sorry.
So,
I'm so
No, no.
sorry. You
No, it's
knew
fine.
you knew what was gonna happen if you brought up a bio fact in my general vicinity.
Sophie's
tell
just
you.
having a
Exponential
autism.
growth and the point where things just.
actually, what's interesting is this is one example that that's not actually the case.
Oh, the krill.
Yeah. So what
Ooh,
was
okay,
happening
sorry.
is as the krill,
Time.
as the whales died, so did the krill. And you would think they would boom, but they did not. And that's because the krill needed the whale. The whale would release its bioorganic material waste from eating all of the krill, and that waste would fertilize the krill's food, allowing the krill to eat and thrive and repopulate. So as there were no whales, there was no food for the krill. And there was no food for the krill, there was no growth, so no food for the whale. There was a symbiotic relationship. Their existence relied on each other, so when you humans killed the whales, you inadvertently destroyed the ecosystem. And the reason why I tell this story is because I was created for war. I am powered by the very thing I kill, and I understand that. So when I finish killing every single one of them, my existence ends because I no longer have the fuel to run, and like all objects, they're created for a purpose, and my sentience, as you made fun of, my sentience is driven off of my purpose, and my purpose is to kill the very thing that fuels me. So whatever word trickery you think you have in this situation, remember that I am the whale and the krill, and I am fine with my existence.
I respect that. I
That was
do.
my big bad monologue and my what?
That was awesome. You did a very good job.
Yeah,
That was a very
well
good bad
done.
monologue. And I just had a tism moment with the trains.
Anyway, so that was my monologue. That was my villain
Good
monologue.
job.
Thank you.
Honestly,
That was very
amazing
good.
job.
She just kind of looks at him and she goes, "Fair enough. Can't really fight you there. But at least do me the age-old honor of fulfilling one final request."
And he kind of, you see his head nod. Final words, final wishes. You humans are all the same.
Technically not a human.
Yeah.
Technically,
None
if
of us
we were
this group,
human, then we
actually.
wouldn't be being hunted right now if you identify as this Fae. But that's neither here nor there. And she goes, "I need you to look up in whatever system of Warforged y'all have about an old unit from about a decade or so off. His name was Friend. I don't need to know. Just figure out if he's alive or dead."
I don't think he was a Steam Warforged, wasn't he? He was essentially a normal Warforged?
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of see him pause for a moment, and you kind of hear what sounds like a processor like tinkling a little bit as it like is overheating a little bit, and some steam kind of actually starts to shoot out from inside his person as he's kind of using a lot of processing power, looking for this designation, and he shakes his head at you and goes, "This friend was not one of my brethren."
I know. He never would have been. That's not a dig, that's just who he was. If he didn't believe in violence, he wouldn't have been seen within 10 feet of you. Not because of you, just because he hated it more than anything. And so I know he's not part of your group. I'm not asking you to look inside your logs. I'm asking you to figure out in general, is he alive or is he dead? Just put that information into the universe and I'll be happy.
Where would he have been a citizen of?
That is a great question. Let me pull up the map.
Okay, so I guess the question is would
You
he
can
have
make
been
an executive
in
decision.
Tutium? Would he have been in the overall continent? This continent?
Yes.
This okay.
Yes.
Um,
Actually, she goes, "Actually, I think I do know a designation where you can find him. Do you happen to have any logs about adventuring parties formed over the last decade?"
I have the logging of every human citizen and their family tree going back 2 generations in almost
That's
completion.
not what I asked. I asked, do you have knowledge of formed adventuring parties?
I have every citizen's classification of job, yes.
Okay. Do you have any notes on the Glade Watchers?
That was the adventuring party?
Oh, yeah, that was the adventuring party.
Um, if he was in if he was on this continent, adventuring on this continent, then yes.
Okay.
And he kind of nods his head. Yes. Citizen 16913-2A, job class adventurer friend. I know of this citizen.
Does he exist still? Does he still live?
I am unsure of what state he is in, as the country is at war, and I do not have updated information on every single citizen, alive or dead. That update comes every 6 months. So I do not know, without further inquiry, his aliveness.
Alright, well then I would like to ever so slightly amend my final request and just say if I do not live long enough to learn of these results myself, I would like you to post them at my grave. And that's it. And if you burn me, burn them. If you throw me in the ocean, throw them in the ocean. Whatever it is.
Your friend here, and he kind of just throws Winnie to the ground, seems to be resolved to die. Why can't I get that type of compliance from the two of you? And he kind of just looks at both Gale and Cedar.
Because I told you already. My death means that this entire world burns. Not a threat. Fact. Another fact. I was born and placed into this universe to stop the blue flame, the spell plague. Therefore, by killing me, stopping me from fulfilling my destiny, placed upon me by Shanti, who just a few moments ago stopped you from taking her essence, you condemn everybody. Not just yourself, your creators, the people they report to. Your entire kingdom would fall, and it would be only a blink in this entire world being set ablaze. So no, I'm not just going to lie down and let you kill me. Because I quite like this world for all of its flaws.
Give me a persuasion with a bonus D8. I like that.
Thank you. Persuasion with a bonus D8. I like that a lot. Okay. Ooh, okay. That's not bad. That's going to be a 23.
Okay.
Dang!
And
It's not bad.
what's really interesting is he just rolled a nat 1.
Oh. Wait.
So something very interesting happens. Is he kind of signals to his compatriots in the tent, and he removes the metal bands in the metal gloves on your hands and your feet. And he looks at you and he goes, "You did not lie to me. I somehow find that you're being extremely honest with me. So, as seeing as how I just robbed you of your imperfections, I worry not about your intent. You, my dear boy," and he kind of just pats your face. And he kind of puts a really heavy 40-pound gauntlet hand on your shoulder. It actually kind of buckles your shoulder a little bit. You may be free, as I recognize you now as an ally, because Shanti sided with us. So you may go. And he spins you around and shoves you towards the entrance of the tent.
You do realise I appreciate you setting me free, but if I'm going to complete my destiny, I need my compatriots. Shanti trusts me, and I trust them.
And some steam goes out from under his helmet as he's visibly frustrated. Well, as to not cause a true international incident, or a true incident among allies, pick one.
Can I sleight of hand?
Why?
My
Can I?
gosh.
Can
Don't
I sleight
care.
of hand gesture with my eyes towards Cedar?
Are you gonna... So you're trying to gesture towards Cedar?
Yeah, as in like gesture to Gale, pick Cedar.
Oh, I mean, if you definitely wanted to try, I mean, yeah. So what does that look? You said sleight of hand.
I mean, that's what I would
Why
think.
are
But
we
I don't
doing
want
this
anyone
about
else to
Greece
notice
here?
it.
Right? Oh my gosh. She's like texting me right now.
Is she? She's not watching, is she?
No,
No,
we're
no,
recording,
this is-
so...
Oh no, she can't because we're
Can't,
not doing this
yeah.
live.
So-
Hi, future guys.
So, right. Roll. So Gale, roll an insight then. How about that?
An insight.
Let's see how well you do.
All right. Well, that is a wisdom, so that's not too bad. Okay, 17.
Okay. So that's good enough to feel your interpretation, right? So what are you trying? Oh, as they walk away.
No, I'm still here. I was just opening my door for a moment.
Cool. So
I
17.
love how, like,
my
you can see
character-
half of the game. I love how you can kind of see half of the gaming chair, like the,
Yep.
Yeah.
the ghostly
Yeah.
apparition.
Coming out the.
Uh-huh.
So what are you?
Also,
I guess
my
what are you
character-
trying to convey? Oh, but what are
I'm
your
trying
characters
to
doing?
convey pick Cedar.
Okay.
Also, my character reads people better than I do. I hate this.
It's like your character is not autistic. Interesting.
Oh no, he definitely is.
No, Gale's autistic. His special interest is bread.
That's true. You have good
And
berry. You don't
piracy,
have bread berry.
apparently.
But okay. So you see Winnie frantically trying to say pick Cedar, and that is the message that they're pointing. They're like rolling the eyes towards Cedar, and I guess that's the message.
Make it as
that you're
obvious as I
getting.
can.
Right? Just
Ow! Pick one.
yes.
What will my choice incur?
Your choice will incur how much how much assistance you will get in the future. So you are carrying a couple of batteries with you, and I'm not yet fully charged. I will.
So I
cut you
pick one
first.
and two people die, is what you're saying.
No one dies. I can't very well kill allies of Shanti, but your imperfections fuel me. So pick.
Gail's going to sort of look at Winnie and just sort of give them a little look as in, I hope you know what you're doing.
She just nods.
And he will stand next to Cedar. I choose her.
A heavy hand grabs Cedar by the skin and bone as it's kind of like crushed inside his big hand. He picks her up and lifts her up with one hand, and the very same tendrils that he used on you begin to now penetrate through Cedar's flesh and skin as a painful writhing curls Cedar in the air over his hand, almost in a fetal position of pain and suffering, and she lets out a bit of a scream.
I want to be making eye contact the whole time.
Okay, with him.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
roll,
the-
did not real.
Warforged,
I thought
Warforged
he
guy.
was gonna spare you.
That's what I
It's
thought
okay.
as well.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's why I asked, what would this incur?
let's see. I guess just roll a performance. See what you get. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. What?
Sophie,
What?
dog.
Captain! That's the dog's name. 16.
Good enough to pretend like you're not in actual pain. So as you challenge him, his grip tightens you, and he actually holds you, and like from your chest, he's gripping into you. These tendrils are piercing into your skin, holding you up, and you are staring him in the face, and he just stares back. As the color essentially fades from your feathers, that twinkle disappears.
I think as she feels it starting to go away, she's gonna give it one last blast and just have basically Van Gogh's Starry Night on her wings. Just as like a basically like a screw you right to him.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Just
So
a blast of beauty right before it's taken from her.
I did not intend for that to happen.
It's okay,
I
it's
did
okay.
not
I'm
intend
not.
for that.
No,
No.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I feel
It's okay.
so
Don't worry.
bad.
It's okay. Don't worry.
And you see the familiar notching of his core basically going up and up as his notches are now filled. Like 9 out of the 12 seem to be fulfilled, and he just lets out a satisfying steam shot as the Starry Night image just shining, almost reflecting off of the entire like tent on the inside as you're channeling this fey energy and ability begins to slowly shrink into your back and disappear as he throws you back at Gale to catch, still restrained.
She's gonna look at him. I will remember you. My people will remember you. My kingdom will remember you.
This was not the deal. Why did you do that?
I told you to pick. You picked her. She made a good meal.
I asked you what it would incur, and you did not give me the information I needed to make a decision.
Yes. Now how does it feel, Fey Boy, to know that you got tricked, much like all the trickery your people have caused? Your alliance with Shanti saved you today, but do not push your luck. You were tricked. Deal with it. By this inferior, dumb, little warforged with no sentience or personality. You were fooled. Take your trash and leave, and know that as long as that last one, and he kind of tickles Winnie's ear a little bit, maintains her ability, she will continue to be a target and an enemy. However, I have another city to conquer this afternoon, so I have no more time to waste on you. He kind of points to the door.
May your ambitions crumble like ash.
And may all of your kind fail and die under the boot of my brethren.
At least they're going with us.
And you see the guards
done
kind of
here.
open up and like motion you towards the door as well.
We're done here.
I think Cedar is going to kind of like, she's going to have like very straight posture. Like the times you've seen her use this posture have been when she was around other nobility. basically her posture is saying, like, is for once she looks proud and like a queen, and she is refusing to show any weakness or uh any perturbance.
Okay. And you guys essentially, the metal bands actually stay attached to your legs and wrists, but they're no longer like restraining you, essentially. Um, Two of the guards actually take the gloves off, but leave the spring bands on the legs and wrists, and kind of let you continue to walk. And you see Cedar kind of walking out with her head held high, just proud. Um, and Sylvie, no, Celia follows suit. Sorry, it was just a running joke now because I screwed up the name so bad earlier. Um, she kind of follows suit, and she's kind of like holding you almost, or trying to like pick up on the energy that you're trying to convey, and maybe actually then like was worried at first, but then like walks behind you proudly, just trying to like reinforce your moment as she walks out with Cedar.
Are we kind of like walking out of the camp?
So far, two of you dead.
Okay, come on, other two.
Yeah, Gale is walking out as well. He's not saying anything. He's just sort of looking down almost.
I think as they reach kind of the edge of the camp, Cedar's gonna stop and turn back and kind of look towards whatever basically whatever human guards are like she can see. Are there some that are within hearing distance?
If you want there to be, yeah. I mean, you guys are probably entering out north because it's the only. So in the big tent at the top is north, and you guys are probably actually continuing north into the forest, because the only thing kind of to the east, west, and south is just kind of either cliffs or ravines. So the only like walkable thing is to the north out of the camp, and it kind of goes into a forest line. But no one really follows you; they just kind of let you walk.
You all should consider if this is how you want to be remembered. If this is how you want to leave your mark on the world. Whatever your decision is, you will live with it. Whether you like that or not. And then she turns away and keeps walking.
Okay.
What is any part of Winnie restrained anymore?
So you have the metal bands on your wrists and your ankles, but you're not restrained. You're able to walk freely.
Okay. Okay. She just, as she walks away, she goes, and before I go, since as you said, there's a target on my back for the rest of my existence, may I at least know who intends to kill me someday?
And anyone in earshot, all raise their hand. Including my wife.
Hey. Rude.
Okay, I just clarified that it was who intends to kill them, and she raised her hand again.
Down.
No, but anyways.
Okay. But she just chuckles and continues walking and checks at one point to see if he ever answered, but doesn't really care anymore.
No. They, basically, anyone up here, you get the impression is high nobility or essentially like a higher ranking officer. They're very disciplined. They view you as the enemy. And there could be discourse to try to like convert somebody, but in the moment where you're just like, who intends to kill me? They'd all be like, haha, they'd bro out like army men and be like, oh, I'd kill you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they just kind of, they're so not threatened by you right now because they feel so protected underneath their command structure and things like that, that you're nothing but scum, right? They'd wipe you off their boot. And the sight that you kind of saw as you were flying up here makes a lot more sense. Because a lot of the forest to the south was gone. A lot of the land around the capital has been kind of purged and wiped away. And you kind of ascertain by this that probably half of the continent has been completely devoid of anything that could be considered fey or non-human, as there's just this military campaign, and it all kind of comes full circle that it just seems to be washing over the entire continent so far, and that the swamp that you guys stayed in last night is going to be under heavy siege, as there are some people that were holding out there that you saw as you were flying over. That you kind of get the understanding that the army is going to go south and probably try to take the river and then head into the mountains. As you see iron boats actually being deployed onto the lake now, as you can kind of see out over the ravine from the upper part of the camp.
Cedar is like in her mind, she's like setting the image of their faces, like basically memorizing each person she saw. And she even thinks to herself, Uncle, remember them as well.
Yeah. You made that request, and you just hear kind of whisper in your ear, gladly. And he, interestingly enough, actually, is that now that there's nothing else there, no other noise, he comes through really clearly. And it doesn't hurt to try to talk to him or get any feedback from him. It felt very natural, like he was there in the room with you, kind of.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, let's just say it was less cloudy when it came through when he said
Oh,
that.
okay.
And are you the type of can you see images in your mind?
Yes.
Okay, because I know there's like 10% of the population that can't, so I didn't want to do this description
I
if
very
you
much
couldn't.
can.
So as you kind of walk out of camp, it's almost like photographs of each person's face in the camp flashing in front of your mind's eye and kind of being downloaded almost in like your long-term memory, as
Nice.
he's kind of like flashing them over and over so they won't be forgotten as you leave camp.
All right. I guess we're out of the camp now.
Yep. And do you guys want to take a 5-minute break?
Whew, yeah, I think
Yeah,
that'd be
I
good right
need
about now.
something.
Okay. So let's take a 5-minute break, and then we'll probably go for maybe another hour. Sound good?
That sounds
great.
good to me, yeah.
Okay. I will see you guys in 5 minutes.
See you and
See you then.
bye.
Goku, you're a sick man, you know that?
That was so
Oh
fucking.
my goodness.
So here's the thing. It's proper storytelling.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Want to pull the veil
This
back.
is
There's always a dip before the ending, right?
before the big. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the heroes have to come back, and
Yeah.
technically,
Yeah.
nothing I would be doing is inaccurate to the world. It sucks right now.
No. No, this is it. Like
Now I'm just picked. You picked.
I'm
I'm just picked. You did that when I was trying to have that done to me.
yeah.
You're trying to have your favorite.
This is the thing. Like I'm not mad. I'm not mad
Well,
at you.
like if I had to pick one
Like,
of us,
the story's great. It makes sense of the world. I'm just annoyed at the fact that Gale tried to be smart, tried to do something good, and it backfired massively.
Like it's not the fact that you did it; it's the fact of how you did it.
Hmm.
Like for me, it's like I don't give a shit that you did that if you did that to me, but you did that to Cedar, so fuck you.
Well, yeah, I got to give something to Cedar and Gale to trauma bond over.
We haven't trauma bonded enough.
Because I know we're about to walk into a forest and probably have about 45 minutes of roleplay ahead of us.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I
clearly.
can almost guarantee that's what I've got planned. And this changes what I was thinking of doing.
Oh no. Just wrench the players a little bit.
This
But
kind
I
of
can-
reinforces what I wanted to do.
Okay, because I have got an idea.
Okay.
I'm not going to share it right now.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, tell me after, or text me or something.
No, please talk about it in front of me.
No, I don't want you to plan for this idea, Doku. I know that's a fool's errand. And I may be a fool, but I'm not going on no errands.
The funny thing is I did not see this coming either. Like I've built the character and like the world and what they all have their powers and motivations, obviously, right? Like it was just funny too because I was like, there was not as much breakouting attempts that I thought was going to happen, like persevering, overcoming.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't as much struggle. And then you guys met the big bad of this portion, and you guys were like, haha, we're gonna mouth off again. And I'm like, all right. All right.
The thing is, the second Cedar gets Pauline for questioning, you know she's going to turn sassy. Like I got a message from her, like sassy Cedar's coming out. I was like, do it. I did sort of slightly encourage, just a little.
Well, then it's probably a good thing you picked her.
Are you
Because,
trying to say my actions have consequences?
you know, I've tried to tell you guys that for 2-3 years now.
I think I'm really the only one that's picked up on it, and I just said I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. This is the thing. I'm dumb as spit and I can't read people. I don't pick up on anything.
That's the thing about me, though. I pick up on it. I just don't care.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down? No.
I'm like, you know that episode of Jimmy Neutron where Cindy starts flirting with Carl,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, here's $1. Why did you give me $1? I think,
Yeah.
I don't. That's just my life every single day.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Why would you give me $1?
Why would you give me $1? I tried to sit down and my chair started rolling across the floor, and I was like, no, come back.
Break your tailbone. Break your tailbone.
I don't wanna. I forgot water. I'll be right back.
I can't
Need
heal
water or
that.
I'll die.
That's no excuse. Oh my gosh.
I have Japanese soda. Does that count?
I have water now. You know, it's like nearly as big as Sophie, so.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so funny. Like, my parents know that I make short jokes about Sophie, and my mum's like, "Oh, don't bully her." I go, no. She bullies me back.
Yeah.
Here.
So yeah. So aside from being short,
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying to Rain that my mum thinks I bully you when I call you short.
Oh, no.
I'm like, no, I don't bully her. This is the thing. Or I do, but she doesn't not like it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
You just sort of, it's like emotional masochism.
Yeah.
All right. So, see, on the break, I had a nice conversation with my lady, and she said now that we're
Did
YouTubers.
she say, Goku, what the heck?
Yeah, pretty much. But she said now that we're YouTubers, I have to start incorporating YouTube stuff. So she said that I have to say if this video gets 40 likes, I will buy my wife boba. So
Wait, does this
I'm
mean I
okay
can...
with this idea. I'm okay with this idea.
Yes. Does this mean that I can make a video where I just screech like Ethan? Can I get 10 billion likes?
basically, yeah.
Wait,
Yay!
does that mean I can do this? I am a woman who has had 4 characters.
Yep. Exactly. So Zena, we have
technically
to.
Red Lady's kind of different.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 characters.
Oh, my character!
Yeah.
Stabby lady. Oh,
we're YouTubers now, guys. This is the rules. We don't make them.
No.
Like
Exactly.
we have to become pieces of shit now because we're YouTubers.
No.
exactly.
I don't wanna.
So yeah.
No, we'll be good
where's-
ones like Critical Role.
Remember,
Yeah, that's fair.
40 likes. My wife gets boba.
I have to go make
40 likes.
accounts.
Does that mean like collectively 40 likes or like a single video?
Single video. This video
Ah, okay.
has to get 40 likes.
This exact video,
Yeah,
okay.
this exactly.
All right, y'all, who's ready to
39
make
accounts.
multiple accounts? No,
39
I'm kidding.
Oh my god, they're all threatening to make multiple
If
accounts.
this video gets 40 likes, I'm buying myself coffee tomorrow.
Heck yeah. Alright, so Gail's getting coffee, my wife's getting boba. What are you getting,
If
Cedar?
this video gets uploaded
Oh.
at all,
Boba.
I'm getting drunk.
Alright,
You
40
say this
likes.
video gets uploaded,
Winnie's
you're
getting drunk. Cedar, you're also getting boba for 40 likes?
Yes, but maybe
Alright.
caffeinated boba. You should... Can do both.
Steady now. You know that has no effect on you.
So tell you what, so we get extra content. You can do a video call with my wife. We'll record it, and you guys can just get boba together.
That would
I
be
want
kind of
in.
wholesome. That's the sort of
That would be
wholesome
really
content.
wholesome. I'd be
That's
so
some
up for that. Are you
wholesome
I
kidding?
want
content
in.
you don't do on this DL game.
I already follow your wife on Instagram.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious. One of
Oh
my
my
players
God.
follows you. I didn't know that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I do too. I honestly don't remember anymore.
Which account do you guys follow? Her art
On
account
social media.
or her main
Whichever,
account?
whichever one you tagged in that picture of Boba y'all put out a while ago.
Oh, hold on. I put a boba picture out that I tagged you in, and that's the account they followed.
Ta-da!
Because we're weird.
Yeah, it's all
I'm
good.
not
It
quite
happens.
Kenzie
We're just
level
getting this now?
computer CIA. My little sister. Okay, y'all need to know about this. My little sister found Harry on Spotify.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, that's solid.
Apparently, she thought my taste in music was interesting. I guess because it wasn't VeggieTales or whatever.
She's like 18.
That's fun.
She's gonna be
And
18
18-year-olds
this
can
week.
still listen to VeggieTales.
I mean, yes, valid.
No, Harry, she's right. She's more grown than that. VeggieTales and Disney.
Yo, some
My apologies.
VeggieTales trap remixes are hilarious. Like
Nice.
there's some
That
like
sounds awesome.
random trap remixes.
The second
Oh,
you said trap
Backyardigans.
remix.
Yeah, Backyardigans has a pretty hard trap remix as well.
Gosh. What is it? She listens to like songs and like anthems sung by Toad from Mario or something.
Yes. Oh yeah, Mackenzie. She has a lot of playlists. One of which that she plays in the car is mostly made up of songs sung by Toad. One of which is the anthem of the USSR. I'm
I
not
kind
kidding.
of approve of this.
It is.
Honestly.
It's honestly a thing of beauty. I wish I'd
Yeah.
discovered this when I was playing a communist character because I would have just listened to that on the way to session.
Honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Like, do you know how much fun it was to play Dana and to have like a genuine excuse to listen to Rasputin by Boney M on repeat?
Ah, that's a
So
solid. That's a banger.
you don't need a solid excuse to listen to Boney M by Rasputin on repeat. It's already a fantastic song. Not
It
the
is.
remix. I hate the remix
No,
because
no,
they
no, no,
only
no.
do the first verse, and
Uh-huh.
that is it. They miss
Right.
out the best parts of the song, and that's the
Right.
most historical stuff in it. Sorry, I get triggered by this sort of thing.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. I love it. I love it.
Wow.
Well, no, 'cause, like,
Um,
that
I
was
wrote
my
a
hype song for
dissertation
Dana.
on Russian history. That shit is my jam.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Heck yeah.
And most importantly, it's making Sophie laugh, and that's what's the best part about this whole thing.
Aw. Do we want to get back into it? Because I want to have our characters process what just happened. Because oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm down. We're good.
Yeah.
Let's get back into it.
Let's go.
I-
Outside lore has been concluded.
Let's go.
Moving in. So
Yahoo!
I'll get a new map. So I'm assuming you guys are just kind of walking into the northern forest. Are you stopping anywhere? Are you doing anything? Are you just kind of
we're
walking
still
in
walking
the direction
towards
of
Bearbane.
Bearbane?
Just walking. Scale mode.
With having True Sight, can Winnie see if the scrying sensor that Dimrin usually has up on the party is currently up?
Yeah,
If
I
not,
would.
chill.
Yeah,
I just know, like, I had established in the past that every now and again she checks in, so I wasn't sure if this would be one of those times.
I mean, yeah, if we could thematically say that's probably happening, yeah.
Hell yeah. So she just kind of looks up at the sensor and mouths "remember them" and keeps walking.
I think. What's
Did your wife
the
just follow
walking?
me on Instagram?
She just followed me.
So she didn't know it was you guys that did the follow request, and she's like, I get creepy people all the time, so she usually screens people a little bit. But now I was like, yeah, I'm like, this is my group, and she was like, oh, and then started, I guess, going through my phone and following you guys.
Rain's username wins.
It says Rain's username wins.
I love it.
Yeah, I know
Oh
it
yeah.
does.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that's the point. I'm glad your wife liked my joke.
I was
Sorry, I
was
just
today
stopped.
years old when I realized what it was actually. I just reread it a few times and I was like, I'm like, oh, I see what you did there. Anyways,
Oh, that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. To quote Caduceus.
so yes, you
But
guys-
what's the walk order looking like?
so I
Yeah.
kind of have it up a little bit if you guys want. You guys can mix it around a little bit on maps however you want. But essentially, you guys kind of find a semi-walked path. Like you can tell that there are people that kind of travel this area. There's a main road, if you will. And naturally, you guys kind of follow the curvature. It's kind of hilly, kind of ravine-y in some places, but there's like a natural cut path that you can tell people have walked before. And as you guys walk through the day, The sun kind of begins to set on the day. It's that kind of orangish twilight hour with purples in the sky. And you can kind of see as you continue walking that there are some camps along the road, that there'd probably be some trade stuff. There's a couple of military like cargo wagons that look like they're kind of passing by to deliver goods to and camps to the supplies that are kind of on this road that you kind of get to the side of as they go by. And you pass by a couple of small encampments here and there of people like kind of settling in for their dinners and stuff before it gets too dark. But this is kind of, as you guys continue to walk, this is what you're seeing and experiencing.
How close are we to Bearvein? Like, are we within walking distance?
Yeah, if you want to give it a couple of days.
Oh, a couple days. Okay.
Yeah, so it would be a little bit of a walk to get to Bearvein from here. Let me double check the map, but I don't imagine it would be too long, like less than a week probably.
It's a damn chair. It just keeps squeaking.
I think for a while Cedar's gonna kind of like walk in silence, just kind of thinking, and she's still got like that posture going. But then eventually she's gonna kind of catch up to Gale. Are you all right?
No. Are you okay?
No. But it's okay.
Cedar,
It wasn't your fault.
to make that call.
You didn't know. He was duplicitous about it, to put it lightly.
I had to open my big mouth.
No.
I got clever back there, Cedar. I thought if I do this, this will get us out. I thought I could do something good, and then it just...
And you did get us out. All 4 of us are alive.
Yeah, but what I did ended up hurting you and costing you your abilities, costing you your connection.
Okay.
I promised I'd never hurt you. And
You didn't. Were you the one sucking the Fae power from me?
no, but I was the one that said yes
Therefore,
this one.
you were trying to save me. I know that. And as far as losing that ability goes, I'll get it back. I'll figure something out. And so will you.
I don't know if it's that simple, Cedar.
Oh, I know it's not that simple. But it's what I have to tell myself right now. Because I am
Yeah.
angry. Not at you. But I am angry.
I mean, you have every right to be angry. If it's at me, then that's your
No.
right.
Gale, I'm not mad at you. I need you to accept that. And I'm sorry that you lost your wings. That's a terrible thing to go through, and if there's a way I can find to undo that for you, rest assured I'll do my best.
I'll be honest, I kind of wasn't focusing on that. I got so caught up in what happened to you that I just sort of... I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do now.
I don't either. But we have to do something. So...
Oh, I'm not just going to sit idly by.
Oh, I never thought that. But I will definitely be remembering them. Especially since, from the sounds of it, they are the reason that Bearvane's no more.
Yeah.
Didn't
As far as I'm
exactly have
concerned.
much time to think about that while we were in the tent, but the more I think about it, the angrier I become.
Yeah. That's what war does. As far as I'm concerned, if we do end up failing and this plague burns everything to the ground, they deserve what's coming to them. Just blindly following orders like that on the premise of a king that's always right.
Well,
I may not
good
be
thing
as
we're not
smart.
fighting for them.
Yeah.
We are fighting for the people that don't deserve this. We're fighting for your mother, for Pelly, for
For you.
Mai, for you, for Winnie and Celia, and for the Fae.
Yeah.
How fun
That
will
shit
it be,
is
though?
right.
How fun is it going to be to show everyone what's actually happening, though? If you think about it.
I don't know. See, people don't like being proved wrong.
Oh, I know.
And the problem is, what you saw with that Warforged, this has been this indoctrination. They probably have this going on all the way through this kingdom and beyond. If we do this, if we save everything, we might not be celebrated as heroes. And that's fine by me. I don't go into this for big ticket parades or to be sung in songs for the next century or whatever. I don't care about any of that. If they hate me, they hate me. That's fine.
Yeah. If it comes down to it, and we're the only ones who know what really happened, then that will have to be enough. But I rather like the idea of painting this across the sky so that other people can know that Fae and humans can coexist.
Yeah, that would be nice. I think there's something I might try. I'm not going to say what it is because it might not work. It might make things easier. Nothing might happen.
You know, you can tell me if you need to.
Yeah, I do. When I
I'd
was
prefer
being,
you tell me than do something stupid and sacrificial.
I'm about
I'm
to.
just going to say that now.
I'm not going to do anything sacrificial. I promise you that. It's when I was being drained. There was something that stopped him. Something that I didn't realize was still there.
Oh?
Now, I could be very wrong about this, which would make the second time today I've been wrong about something. So I'd rather look into it first, try to understand it before I say anything more. Because the last thing I want to do is give anybody, I'm counting myself in that, any sort of false hope. I think right now we have a win.
Yeah, we do. I'm gonna go check on Winnie and Celia. You do what you need to do. And if you need anything, please let me know. Okay?
Yeah. And thank you for not hesitating me.
I don't think I could have.
That was a challenge.
It was not a challenge. Don't dare. And she's gonna kind of walk back, check on Celia real quick, and then walk up to Winnie to check on her.
Sorry. Just quickly before you do that, can I roll my D1,000 for my lost ability item? Or for my lost item ability?
Sure.
Because I have a thing I want to do with that. I think will come up in this scene. Which is the only reason I bring it up. 70.
Oh, I'm gonna need to roll my mind a bit too, or else I think she'll re-skill me later.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I see her on Wednesday, so I don't want to die.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe just roll that to get the number out of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it so that I can continue living on this earth.
Yeah. And at least, and that way, if you don't get the item, you can blade it into it.
Exactly.
Okay, so you said you're rolling a D1000. What number did you get?
I got 73.
You got a tiny bag of yellowish powder.
Ooh, that actually
Yes, that's
works
it.
out.
Sorry.
No, mine's longer.
Okay. Just to let you know, Jojo, I got 519, so you can play that when I remember. I just wanted to let you know the number before I forget about it.
Looks like you're more important than I am.
No.
What was your number again?
Me?
Yep.
519 bag items.
It's a sealed ship in a bottle, enchanted by a wizard. As you watch, the ship rocks back and forth as tiny waves crash about it.
Okay, when I said that, I kind of get a little excited for a second. And then I'm gonna like jump kind of heels to like kind of a little patter as I kind of speed up and catch up to him. And I just put it in his hand and I walk back to Winnie.
But so can I? What would I need to roll trying to identify what the yellow powder is?
Roll a medicine up.
Medicine?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, terrible. Yes! I got a 9 on that one.
Oh no.
No, this is amazing. You'll see why.
It's okay.
No. I used the ability from the Jester Mask, Topsy-Turvy. When you roll a 1 on a d20, you can treat the roll as if you rolled a 20 instead.
Oh damn.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Heck yeah.
Is that once a day, right?
Yeah, it recharges every dawn.
So, because there's still a natural one involved, I'm going to be a little gross with it. Just to mess with you.
I'm fine with that.
So there was a reason why it was a medical. So you guys, you're kind of tiny baggy, and you kind of open it up, and you're sniffing it, and it kind of smells like pee.
Oh
And
no.
you're like, what in the world? And you
So fun.
kind of like dip your pinky in it and put it on your tongue. It tastes like pee. And then you realize that this tiny bag of mysterious yellow powder seems to be ground up bladder stones.
You're a twat.
Oh, dude.
That's nasty.
Nasty.
These are lost items. People did not want these things.
I can understand why.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking it's pocket sand.
yeah, I
That
know, me
was
too.
the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
No, it's not.
100%
It's
still
sand.
usable as pocket sand.
Oh, I know. I intend to do so.
Ah.
But I intend for it not to go into the eyes, for it to go into the mouth, and then I tell them what it is, and they recoil.
Yeah.
Talk about taking the piss.
So bad. Good revenge.
I hate you.
I know.
Okay. But utilizing this bag of disgusting dust. When we are we still walking, or did we stop and make camp for
So
starters?
I will say, as you guys continue walking, I actually changed the maps to kind of set the scene a little bit for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So a light rain begins to kind of fall as, dusk turns to dark and the final sun kind of begins to set. And you see what looks to be what was some form of barricaded camp or defense point where a holdout might have happened. And you see a couple of people sitting around a couple of different fires scattered there, almost taking refuge inside this old, um, you know, mostly destroyed war camp. Um, and as you guys kind of pass through it or, end up here, no one really pays you any mind. It's just a couple of pale faces sitting in the rain, sheltering what small embers and flames they can get from their campfires. And there's probably about 8 visible people in a couple of tents set up here. And you can kind of tell by the rounds or the mounds of recent dirt that are kind of scattered around the war camp that a battle took place here recently, and whoever was here died and fell. And just kind of a somber energy washes over the land as the rain kind of permeates into the soil, and the smell of kind of blood and iron actually comes up from the humidity from the rain as the people that are there kind of look at you and then pay you no mind. But it seems like a very safe and sheltered place to potentially set up camp if you wanted.
Okay. But so then I guess the question turns to Cedar. When do you approach Winnie? When we're walking or when we make camp?
I think when we were walking.
Okay. So then before that, while we're walking, Winnie kind of she goes and she just starts humming to herself to mechanically give her to thematically kind of make her feel better, just kind of soothe the mood a little bit, mechanically to give her bardic inspiration. And then she's gonna use the powder in sort of a makeshift ritual to her Fey Queen and reach out to her Fey Queen and basically say, I think that machine made a mistake in picking her over me. Not necessarily because of what was lost, but the fact that it was lost. Because what I don't think they put together is when people lose things, we grow. So take in every ounce of loss from everything being done around me. Grow. Put it in my friends. And if there's anything left, put it in me. And then we fight back.
Interesting. Okay. I guess performance is prayer, so go ahead and roll your performance, but take an extra d6. I like that.
Ooh, yay. Thank you.
It's a good speech, Rain. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That was really
I-
good. Yeah.
I was
It's
working
really
on that the
beautiful.
whole time.
I want to get back into rewarding good roleplay and stuff because I think
Hell yeah.
I think it makes sense, right? Like,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And I'm using the nice dice so they jingle.
oh, that's
Ooh,
cool.
jingle dice.
Yeah.
Jingle dice, jingle dice.
Ah. I got an at 1 so I can re-roll it.
Nice.
That turned into a 15. So that's a 15 plus 15 turning into a 30 plus a 7, 37 plus a 6, 43.
Well now.
Where did all that come from? So you rolled a 15.
So I rolled a 15. My modifier is plus
15.
15.
Got it.
I had Bardic Inspiration, which is a D10, in which I rolled 7.
Oh, okay, that's where that came from. Okay.
And then I rolled max on my D6 that you gave me.
Perfect. Okay.
I set this shit up.
Interesting. All right. Let's see then. So as you guys are kind of setting up camp, you see Winnie doing this prayer, right? The offering of ground up bladder
It's
stones.
rocks.
Hey, no, offering of a lost item.
Offering of a lost item. Kind of
It's
disappears in Winnie's tiny hands as the offering is kind of accepted by a higher power advantages, and you just kind of see Winnie just somber holding in just kind of the inflection of loss, and the other people in the camp that are in the area, the strangers that I mentioned, simultaneously all start to weep as the memories of their lost and fallen friends flashes in their mind, the wound of grief just reopening within them. But in that grief being let go, that loss that spread, and the ley lines of the soil and the earth and the magic that swirls around, a strength, a unity you all feel almost together washes over you, the party, the strangers, a uniting force that everyone can empathize with, and that's the loss that everyone's felt recently. And tears unconsciously start to fall from your guys' eyes as well. Even Winnie sheds a small tear as just grief strengthens you guys and bolsters you. And now, what I need from Gale and Cedar.
Okay.
Roll. Fuck it. Roll a dying box for me. Thematic. It's the thematic. The reason why.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So just roll a straight D20.
Straight d20.
Okay, I
6.
got 18.
Okay.
Gail, no.
so,
Ah!
I can't help it.
so Gale, you got 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Gale,
Dead.
dead. No.
Get out, everybody.
A sickening image flashes across your mind, Gale, as you begin to feel the fey energy of Aquafina reaching out to you and almost subconsciously your body, your mind, your soul begins to try to reach out for it. But something gets in the way.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can find that image. There it is.
Oh gosh.
I think I know what it could be, but I could also be wrong. So
So in a brief moment, an image flashes into your mind, and I put it in maps.
Wow.
damn.
And so that flashes in your mind, and what connection you had to the Fae seemed to disappear and almost be shut out immediately as the cameras die. There they go.
Oh, whoop.
But Cedar, you actually are crying, and you put your hands to your face, and you pull your hands away from your face, and they're kind of cupped, just naturally in a crying position, and you just kind of look up. And then when you look back down, you see an apple with a keyhole in it, resting in your hands. And you get the feeling that there was nothing that can keep you from who you are, and you could be set back. But what was taken could never truly be lost. And you smile as you feel the faintest connection to yellow.
Cedar's gonna kind of like hug the apple to her chest a little bit. She's gonna kind of like, thank you, my friend.
Now, you do not feel your powers come back. Just wanted to clarify.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't assume that.
Okay. But there was a spark, we'll call it for now. And Winnie's prayer resolves.
Damn, nothing happened to me. I mean, that's fine. But I was
You
kind of hoping.
You didn't get the Fey magic slurped out of you from a straw.
Yeah, I know.
You were advocating, and interestingly enough, it was Gail's failure. Because you specifically said if there was anything left over, if there was anything left over, leave some for me. And
Fair.
that chain stopped at Gail.
Fair.
So there's a mechanic. I'm not just a bully.
No, that's fair. I actually really like that, and I was mostly saying that as a joke, because like I said, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I just don't want you to think I'm being unfair. That's all. Because it was a solid roll.
You want to talk unfair? I have the hand and eye of Vecna. I don't think there's anything more you can give me.
Fair point.
I do have a fun idea, but do we want to retcon in the talk that Cedar and Winnie had on the walk, or is this happening before that, or Rain? What's happening?
So
Help.
I kind of thought my thing would come before the talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this. I think this was before the talk, because Winnie was kind of on their own while you were checking in on
Gail.
On Gail and Celia.
Gotcha. All right, so I think first I want to have the conversation with Winnie, but then I have kind of a bit of an idea if it's okay for me to play it out.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Yay, okay. So yeah, she's gonna kind of be like, Winnie, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, good. I just wanted to check up on you. None of that back there was easy.
Better question is, how are you? You've gone through a lot more than I have in the last 24 hours.
24 hours? How about however long I've been
3,
on this
2.
adventure?
Yeah, whatever. I used to keep account of that.
You kind of keeping count kind of doesn't do much after a while.
Yeah, that's why I was impressed, because I was keeping up,
Good on ya.
right?
But I don't know. I'm okay, and I will be okay, But I'm angry because what's happening isn't right. And that just... I know things are going to get worse before they get better. I can't sit by and let that and just watch it happen.
You know, for a long time, I didn't really understand that. Why put your life on the line for something like this? Why put your life on the line at all? Is the point of life to live it? And then over the years, I kind of realized the reason to live it is the reason you die for it.
Yeah.
But I also realized that no matter what happens, no matter what they do, no matter where this takes us, no matter what happens to us, they can't take anything from us forever.
Yeah.
They took 12 of the people that I would trade my life for, but they did not take them forever.
Yeah.
I will see them again. And so whatever happens, it won't happen forever. And that's why I'm just not afraid. I'm gonna fight for my life.
Good.
But I'm not afraid because they can't win. They can take it, but it's not gone.
I like that about you. Just if you need anything, let me know, okay?
Of course. And well, she just ends after, of course. But so what do you do? Because depending on that, I have a question for Doku.
Okay, so the thing I was planning on doing is kind of after she finishes that conversation, once they're kind of like setting up near all those strangers, Cedar's gonna kind of like brush off her clothes for a second as if she's kind of like, I mean, there's nothing really on them, it's more of a mental thing.
Right.
Kind of as if she's trying to reset.
Mm-hmm.
And she stands up and she's just gonna start moving around this kind of camp area. And she's gonna start using prestidigitation to make the fires bigger. She is going to use the cantrip Zombiflora that she once gave to Kittis in order to make the grass in the encampment nice and soft and plush with nice flowers that kind of mask that blood and iron scent. Because she knows there are dead bodies under this dirt. And so she knows she can use the Zombiflora spell. And then she's going to kind of go off into a bit of a corner. And I would like to use a level 1 spell to cast Geomancy. And she is going to, with Geomancy, create a very specific rock called Vivianite. Do you know what Vivianite is, Doku? Sweet, okay. So you kind of get what I'm going for here. And it's going to be these, like, almost thread-like spikes that start, like, kind of cracking up from the ground and, like, kind of twisting up. When she does it, she kind of digs her talons into the ground as she does it. And she makes an altar to Velta.
Ooh. Dang, like that, though.
And she's also, I am gonna add, she is using the phosphorus in the dirt from said bodies of the war in order to like kind of like pull the phosphorus for the Vivianite.
You're such a nerd, and I totally love this.
Thanks, I really like Vivianite.
It's the best thing, isn't it?
That was really solid.
I love y'all so much. And as she does so, like, she's still gonna be like, there's still like tears, but they're not like, she's not sobbing or actively crying. It's more like they're just kind of there, just kind of passively crying, and then she makes it. She kind of takes a breath. Remember the choices of their free will.
So something very interesting happens. So when you imagine Vivian Knight, when it naturally occurs, it occurs green. But I think, isn't it blue when bodies are involved? Like when it grows on dead bodies?
I think it's kind of can be. Wait, is Vivian Knight on bodies green? Kind of pure green on bodies.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if it was green or blue.
It can darken. Okay, when freshly formed, Vivianite is often colorless or pale white, but it can darken to shades of blue, green, and eventually purplish black when exposed to light.
Gotcha. Okay.
I prefer it be that kind of like greenish, almost like a greenish black color.
Okay. Perfect. So you use the geomancy spell, and it's never really been used like this before, but it is channeling it through you and your intent and your desire. The geomancy spell actually levels up, really, we'll call it, and allows you to completely control the modeling as you create this large Vivianite altar that even forms, we'll call it even like a lantern almost, of Velta sitting kind of at the top of it. And the inclusion that happens in these gems are not that clear green. There will be inclusions that actually are shaped like all of the fallen warriors on this battlefield as they're holding their hands up, almost rising their hands in a deathly prayer and offering inside it's essentially just imagine like a shadow inclusion inside of the dead holding up the altar of Velta in this camp, and almost like a beacon of light begins to softly glow inside this encampment as the fires are brightening from all of your work, and the 8 people that were here grieving come up to you and almost touch your shoulder softly like you're a deity as they begin to like bend forward and almost offer prayer to the altar that you just created on behalf of Velta. And they do this almost subconsciously as they recognize you as like an avatar or an ambassador or someone who's here to spread a word to help them, as they mimic the images they see in the altar of the dead holding up the altar, and they stay like that in silent prayer for what seems like hours as their tears dry up and the rain stops, and this somber feeling just kind of almost tingles the skin as you feel the power in this small valley forge, like encampment, like almost grow in strength. And you almost feel her presence here with you now on what was once a battlefield.
Hi, my girl. I think Cedar's gonna kind of see how the people, like, yeah, there is somberness and like the grieving, and so kind of as almost an instinctual counter to that, she's gonna like start using prestidigitation and oh wait, which spell was it? Shoot. Okay, yeah, not prestidigitation, but a different cantrip. Showman Sparks. And she's going to just start making some like pretty images, like miniature fireworks curling and sparking through the air. But she's just going to pour so much energy into this because she has a lot of energy to burn right now. She's angry, she's grateful that they're alive. She's sad at what is happening. But the main thing is she is defiant. because the people that they just walked away from are here to cause destruction and to burn things. But she's gonna refuse to let that happen because she knows that it can't. The consequences are too dire. And so, in an act of defiance, in order to counter the ugliness and the destruction that she has been seeing all around her, she decides to just create some beauty. The one way she knows how. And it's like a smaller version of that final blast of color she was able to create on her feathers. Almost as if saying, "You can't take this from me. Even if it is not the Fae power, I will make it of my own strength if need be. But I am going to create beauty. That is what I'm here to do."
Oh, I love that.
And as the rain is kind of clearing up, she's just gonna kind of like lean her face back and just kind of let the rain fall on her as the storm dries up.
That's beautiful.
You.
I love that. We'll have to do something to resolve that. I made a note for that, so we're gonna keep that there
Aw,
for now.
yay!
I will say that the lantern that kind of formed on the altar, feeling your intent in prayer and just beauty that you want to bring, an act of defiance, your wish for free will on the people and just life is felt and felt deeply, and this connection of Ilta, that lantern begins to glow, and a spark of life is embedded in the stone itself as more strangers, almost being attracted to it like a moth to the flame, peek out from above the ridge, and you have not only the 8 people in prayer, but fey creatures that have been kind of lost and scattered are curious now as to what light has befallen their forest. And it's probably a good place to end.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great place to end.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. I love that. But
That was fun. I really liked that.
I
That was a really good session. I missed you guys so much.
don't even know how to continue from that, because we got to do it like an outro now. So,
Yeah.
well, everybody, I know this will be a recording, but I hope you enjoy watching. And now that we'll be on YouTube full time, I hope that we can make more content that will be regular and enjoyed, and hopefully more curated towards YouTube and YouTube live streaming. So we will see you all soon, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Catch you in the next
See you later, guys.
episode.
Thanks for
And
tuning
remember,
in.
40 likes and Mrs. Doku gets boba.
Mrs. Toku gets boba, and so does
Mrs. Doku.
so does
Yes.
Cedar. So
And you know what, everybody? Go out there and try to create beauty in your lives today.
yeah,
Amen.
all right.